tube with an endium complex of +4.
What are they talking about?
I don't know, but this outfit has them. This isn't paper. Some kind of metal.
And welcome back, everybody. Part 2 of the Dansette Trent stereophonic record player. And we're looking at the turntable, correctly known as a record changer. And we just set up a couple of wooden blocks there, keep it off the bench. And it's in pretty good condition. 69, 78, 52 years old, something like that. So that seems to be spinning fairly well. Could spin a little bit more, I think. So we'll give that a clean up. And as I mentioned in the last video, yeah, this one just came without no cartridge at all. 4 wires there. The black one just lost its little plug, but anyway, that shouldn't be too hard to come up with a replacement. And when I got it up, before I put it up, if you recall, I couldn't lift the arm up and couldn't move the record arm, and you know what I'm talking about, whatever you call these things. And I was just playing around, and I flicked a little switch down the bottom there, and it loosened it up. So I don't know what was going on, but again, all fairly neat and secure. And one of the things I do look at, before I go any further, I just forgot, the make of the turntable it's a BSR, made in England. And one of the things I normally have an immediate look at, and I haven't done too many of these, but is the, bring that down, that'll do, there, is the motor. And just want to see if it spins freely, which in this case, not too bad. Not too bad. I've had one where it was just rock solid, the grease had just hardened up and become like glue. So, but I'll still give this a clean. Take off that that assembly there, that bracket, and little clean out on the inside there. That'll be pretty good. So what I'm going to do is initially I'll set myself up with some temporary power for it. I'm just going to plug 240 volts straight into it. I'm not going to use the amplifier. No need for it at this point. And if I can get that to sit. We'll start by taking the platter off and having a look at it. Just lots and lots of lubrication. And hopefully this bloody thing works. And you can see I'm struggling just to get that little clip off. Give me a second. Got it. It's always easy when the camera's not on you. So, can I lift it up? I reckon it's stuck in there pretty good. Alright, I'll give it some knocks and taps, and I will get it out. Got it. And all I was doing with a couple of screwdrivers. Yeah, you get the point. And it was in fairly tight. Alright, so yeah, I can see that there's some grease in there, and it's gone pretty hard, so that'll get a nice good clean. And I'll just use some solvent on that. And idler arm looks okay. That grease is still good in there on the bearing. Okay, and just got to clean that up there. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to, where are we? Spray it. I've had some sour seed, maybe, yeah, I don't know. But I will just get around there and clean all that up first, and re-oil it. Okay, well, just a little bit more. Is this working? There we go. It's just more iso alcohol, so it should work okay. Clean all that crud off it. And last little thing for it. Where's my oil? Yeah, right. A little bit of machine oil does wonders. Looks okay. And I will just clean out the centre of that platter, and then I'll put it back on. And I figured, hey, we'll give it a test, see what happens. Okay, so I've lubricated, cleaned all that crap out that was inside there, and let's whack it on and see how it performs. And what's it caught on? Okay, we'll have a look at this. What's going on? Is it caught on the idler arm? I have that in the off position. That should be just spinning freely. Unless it's in a cycle, and it looks to be that it is. Yep. Okay. Let's turn it back. That should return. Very nice. Drop down. And click. You're off. And there it is. Ooh, it's making some noise. But it's spinning very nicely. I'll check that noise out. Maybe bit of grease on that bearing. I'd fix it. Oh, we'll give that a go. I'll see what I can find. Well, still making that sound. I'll suss it out eventually, I'm sure. But before I do any power, let's also just make sure that the motor itself is spinning freely. And this little bracket, is that going to come off? It's got a nut on there or something. Yeah, it does. Pity about that. And catch the nut. Good. Alright, so as you can see in there, I just get a cotton bud, spray some alcohol in there, clean it up and oil it. But it looks actually pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, I'll just get that cleaned up and we'll put it back in. Finally got the bracket back in, and look, it's working okay. Not too bad at all. So that should power up. Should work. I was just burnt out, but all the on-off switch is faulty, so who knows. But anyway, I've connected up some temporary power. Let's put this thing back down. So, what can we do? Oh, let's just lift the arm up, go into repeat mode, and give it a bit of power. nothing should happen. Actually, I'll hit the on and reject. I don't think it's... No, it's not turning. Nothing's happening. Okay. Power off. Let's see if the motor is actually spinning. Anything could be wrong with this. So, pretty sure I've got my power wires done. Yep, looks okay. Alright, let's have a look, Oh, the motor is spinning. So let's bring it up to... That's pretty much full power. And try and get something to cycle. But she's not spinning. Okay. Let's see if that, I don't know what you call it, I think it's spindle or something, right next to the idler arm. Let's see if that's actually, that's the motor itself that's moving, see if it's moving the idler arm. Okay, power's off. Up you go. Well, that's a bit of a problem. There we go. Just give me a second. Well, got some issues. The idler arm is working. This is what I've currently found. I've got it on. If I go to 78 speed, it starts spinning. So, if I go to 45, slow down, I think it's going to stop. Yeah, pretty much. So I've only got it working on one speed. Okay. Clearly not connecting. Oh, but the good thing is, that brr, brr, brr sound, all gone. Alright, that's one positive. So, needs some lubrication, that's for sure. Let's have a look here. Like I said, I'm not an expert by any means on these things. So there's 78, it's the idler arm certainly touching the, again, I'm just calling it spindle. Go to 45, it doesn't want to touch. So I'm guessing lubrication. I'm going to have a look at it and see if there's anything obviously wrong with it. Maybe a spring's missing, who knows? Why the idler arm, well, yeah, the movement of the idler arm wasn't touching, again, the spindle. And sussed it out right here. This arm, anyway, I'll try and keep the light on it. The arm moves up and down, and that was just dry as a bone. So, a little bit of machine oil, and that's now moving. And the result is a turntable that actually turns. And I'll just turn it on. And there you can see it moving. So that's on 33. There's 45. And there's 78. And let's reject that. Reject. And the switch doesn't appear to, doesn't want to click off. Okay, again, a bit of lubrication. And yep, man, that's spinning well. And like I said, the sound is gone. Fixed on its own, like magic. I'm going to turn the power off and have a look underneath, and let's see what sort of lubrication we can give that. Well, there's a little culprit on the on-off switch, and I was looking for my grease, actual grease, but I couldn't find it. I've hidden it somewhere, so I've sprayed lithium grease on it, and also gone down here where the mechanism continues. It seems to be fairly smooth. So let's get some power and see if it works. Okay, here we go. And put a record on. So, power's up. Yep. Oh, turntable spins. That's really good. Okay, let's cycle it. That's good. When it goes down to it goes where it should too. Nice. Let's reject it. What's going to happen? And off. Great. All right. One other thing I'm going to, pardon my arm, turn the variac off, is take the platter off again and lubricate pull that gear off that's in there and just lubricate the insides of it so that actually hopefully spin more freely. But other than that, I mean, this is working quite well. So I'll get the platter off and we'll get stuck into that little job. So there's gear in question, and I'm fairly comfortable with doing this sort of stuff. I mean, it's just sitting on the rod there, and take the clip off. Probably didn't see anything, but it's just a clip. So that should just, where are we? I'm just keeping in mind where it's positioned. And yeah, that doesn't really want to come off, does it? Or is it? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to play around with this, and then when I lift it off, I'll come back. I tried lifting it off and I've given up. And I did notice that when you turn the gear, the shaft that it's on is also moving. So not having enough knowledge about this, I'm just going to leave it alone. I don't want to bugger it all up. What I have done is I've lubricated the mechanism for the idler arm. So hopefully that will be okay. Seems to be nice and free. Yeah. Cool. Alright, I'm going to put the platter back and just run another test. See how it goes. Turn it on, turntable spinning, and activate. Cool. So the other thing that's working really well is the mechanism that recognises the platter size, or the record size. So 33 works and 45 was working. Click off. Well, that's done. That is done. Cool. Next thing, now I'm going to scrounge up a cartridge, and let's get this thing working properly. Well, I found a cartridge. Didn't really find it. I took it out of my little Monaco record player. Given that it's the well, both these turntables got the same tone arm, and it fits beautifully, like a treat. So we know this works, and here comes the test. I've just plugged it in, and I looked up on the net to see the colour coding and what pins to use, and well, on this one, colours are different to what are specified on the internet, but I know that the white and red wires are the channels, left and right, and green and black are both earth. So I've wired it up to what I think is correct, and it's all wired up to the amplifier from the turntable. Lots of jumpers everywhere, so it's all cool. And I will just get one wire's come out, and I'll just get that back in, and we'll power up the amplifier and see if the thing works. Okay, switch the amp on. Well, when I said see if it works, not the amp, I mean, you know, the needle. So wait for it to warm up a little bit. We're getting there. It works. Cool. As you can hear, beautiful. All right. I will screw that in. I'll just crimp that little connector so it doesn't come off. Crimp it a little bit, because I will eventually get around. Once I find out what model cartridge I need, I'm going to get a couple actually. Need them spares, because these things are really old and they're on their way out for sure. But anyway, I'll get that done. We'll come back and run a test with the record. Here we go. A little bit of telly funkin'. See what it sounds like. And we're off, and the amp of course is on. You can hear it buzzing away. Cool, so far. Nice. It's coming out of there too. Not sure if it's stereo, but cool. And eject. Come on. Cool. All right. Well, again, I'm very pleased. That works well. I'm glad. Alright, I've got to get all this back into the bloody case. So I'll do that, and I'll come back with the finished result, and we'll wrap the video up. Well, it's all back in the case, and it's all powered up, and the extension speaker is connected, as you can see there. I just had it there. Why not? And let's get the thing running. Hopefully it still works. Nice. Like it when they work, because if they don't, I'm usually lost. Very cool music. That's the other speaker. Not bad. And I've got to keep reminding myself that we're spoilt with, you know, digital music these days, which sounds so crisp and clear and dynamic. And this is what they had back in the day. There's a nice, I don't know, a warmth and ambience to it. It's missing from today's today's equipment, I guess. Oh, unless you want to spend thousands on high-end record players. But anyway, I've enjoyed this. I hope you found it interesting. Got through it, luckily, but it really was an easy job on that turntable. I was very surprised. Anyway, guys, take care and have fun, and I will see you all very, very soon. So goodbye from me, and Talik Funkin' Music.